Hello everybody, I hope you're having a good day. In today's video, I will be going over the class spawn pretty quickly. I'll make sure it's quick. My previous video, I went over it. It wasn't too direct. I'm going to try to make sure my videos are straight up direct from here on out. Thank you for telling me that half of my audio was missing. That was one of my issues with one of my previous videos, and not a video of gem spawn relation. It was actually a guidance tutorial. I was actually going to finish guides and tutorials. I was going to finish a guidance tutorial. It's 3 videos, but it has separate pieces of it, and I was going to upload it like yesterday, but I couldn't because I couldn't figure out what was wrong with the, and I didn't understand. Like, I had all the files, I rendered it, and part of it was missing. So I did have all the files. I have to remake the video because I deleted the files, and it was just stupid, to be fairly honest. My software editing, or my editing software, is being a butts. And thankfully though, I believe I have the issue fixed, so it shouldn't take by the end of the day for me to make this video. Okay, going over there, I was complaining about them not having 33 cost guarantee, but 32 cost is still good, and this is still a really good way to get gear score. No matter what, it will be a weapon of your class, and on top of it, it's going to be infused 4 times. Infusion is extremely hard to get on top of it. If they're still doing it, yes they are. If they are making it buyable, like they're telling you to buy it, and they have like a whole slot for this in the recommended packs, it's a hint. It is one of the hints telling you that it's going to be hard in this game. In fact, it is hard in this game. I'm not gonna say it's like difficult to achieve. I'm not gonna say it's difficult to go after. It's easy to go after for the most part, but it's going to be difficult to obtain because it's very time consuming. You either gotta do treasure spawns, which in treasure spawns they're a complete rip-off. You take a look at the medals and you take a look at how much it costs, you'll see it's a complete rip-off. You either gotta buy them. Lemon cookies, you can only get 2 per month through lemon cookies for free. You can get them from the ordeals once, doing the last mission 60 times each ordeal, or you could wait for an event. That's the only way to get ethers. And on top of it, like when you hit level 4, right? Let me go back. When you hit level 4, okay, so this is a near, this is a near identical weapon. You hit level 4, it costs 5 ethers. Right there off the bat, it costs 5 ethers. Ethers are already hard enough to get. Usually you would only get them in ether pieces, and then you need 10 to actually create an ether. It takes 5 for level 4. In this spawn, you're already getting it at level 4. It's guaranteed a class of your choice, and it's 32 cost on top of it. And I don't think, no, it doesn't have bad rates either. It has 8% rates for an SSR, and mythical, and not even worthy to look at rates for ultra, which is kind of stupid. Anyways, going on from there, yeah, not a bad spawn. I highly recommend if you have 34 stuff or higher. I wouldn't touch this spawn. If you have 33 stuff or higher, it depends on the 33 stuff you have. Like if it's bad 33 stuff, or perhaps like maybe personally me, if it comes to this lance right here, the Miku lance that I got, I would try to replace it. It depends on the 32 cost I get from the spawn. Like if I were to spawn this to get a lance, it would depend on the lance I get. If it was a good lance, I'd definitely replace it with this one. If it wasn't better than this one, I wouldn't even touch it. It's got physical testament XXL, a very high proc rate and it increases ability power. Well, I'm not going to say ability power. It's going to increase your physical damage when using an ability. So let me rephrase that. So yeah, that's pretty much what I have to go for the class spawns. Yeah, don't look at these. I'm not sure if this cut out or not, but don't even worry about these unless you really want a weapon, right? And you already done these as much as you can, like you super whaled, because Divine Grace spawns have a 12% chance, not an 8 but a 12% chance, right? In Divine Graces you could also spawn not 5 but 10 times. It's 5 gems cheaper on your first try, so that's 15 gems for a 12% rates. That's 4% more than these SSR boosted. On top of it, you're spawning 10 times, not just 5, but you're spawning 10, And at the very end, you're able to have a bonus. You're able to choose one chest randomly on top of it, and maybe you'll get something good from the chest. It's not likely, but it is possible. So maybe you'll get something good from the chest. So I don't really recommend looking at the SSR boosteds. And as for the gear itself, these abilities right here, you see right here, the abilities below it, they replace attack, right? Okay, so the archer one, it's alright. I'm not really sure what to really make of it. It can be useful depending on the situation, but for the most part, it's an alright ability, because you will deal with the boss that you don't want to be debuffed for. But status alignments are more serious, to be fairly honest, and as your archer, you're gonna have high attack as well, so that regular attack can do damage. So I don't really know what to make of it. Lancer's ability, there are better moves out there for the Lancer. I'm using a 32 cost Lance, and it has a better move than this Norse Spear. So the Testaments, not just the physical, but the Testaments are always good abilities at XXL, so keep that in mind. You always want to go for the XXL. The XLs are alright, the XXLs are really pretty good. I'm not going to say they're powerful, but they're consistent, so they help do more DPS. Not exactly damage, but damage per second, because they're more consistent. They proc on the regular. The sword though, this sword right here, low slash, literally takes one of the abilities that a treasure hunter has. That's pretty dang good. The second best ability, I believe, on the treasure hunter, or maybe the third, and puts it into this move. This is a move, especially in player versus enemy, you're probably going to want to use, because depending on the player versus enemy mission you're doing, if you have a move like low slash that reduces the action speed of the target, that can be clutch for the whole team. As for the staff, this may not be the best ability to replace the attack, but you want to replace the attack on your mage. Because for mages, you're straight up magic attack. You don't worry about attack at all. So that regular attack only does a physical damage. I mean physical attack, like regular attack. It's physical damage. It ignores magic attack. So you're going to be doing 0 damage as a mage when you're using the regular attack. Because the stats to make that regular attack stronger are attack itself. Magic attack does not affect the attack damage at all. So having an ability at all to replace the attack would be good, but I don't think this is the best ability for mages regardless. Still something way better than the attack. As for the relic itself, the relic's ability is, I'd probably say, the second or third best. Ether Rebuild would be the best, because when you're a cleric, you either have high healing abilities that have high cost or high cooldown time. And Ether Rebuild is pretty much reduced to the cooldown time for like 15% of your HP, so that is a very good move. This probably be like the second or the third best, so this is definitely a good move to have if you don't have Ether Rebuild, Healing Build, because this is the only move I think in the game that can replace attack and heal. And as for the armors, they are 36 cost, so they're the highest. The weapons are 35 cost, they are the highest. The chances of getting them are random. If you're only going for these, don't go for these, because the class spawn's random. The reflect damage is great for player versus player. I love this cloak, I'm not even gonna lie. Not cloak, but armor. I would love to do this if I actually had a chance of getting it. I would hop all in for this, because I definitely wear this for at least a week. Anyways, the reflect damage is very good for player versus player. Ranked guild battles, when you're dealing with S rank, you're usually, when you're doing this, it will take, usually when you're an S rank for a ranked guild battle, right, whoever gets what they want for the first round usually wins. If the other person doesn't get what they want for the first round, they're at a huge disadvantage. I'm not gonna say it's game, but they're at a huge disadvantage if you lose the first round when you're dealing with late S ranks. As for Coliseum and duel rooms, whenever a new round restarts, these opening skills restart as well. So if these opening skills restart for every round pretty much, and they last for probably as long as the round almost, this is definitely worth getting for player versus player. Not really player versus enemy. It's not going to be effective in player versus enemy almost at all, but player versus player, it's definitely worth it. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for watching. I hope this helped. I guess this did last a little while, but anyways, I'll see you in the next video. Sorry about that, and I'm out. Peace.